So, and the thing is, we're going to have to monitor the chat here as well as the Patreon thread once I post there. So let me just make sure that this is actually working.
Is there a way to bring this up on a phone?
Yeah, let me send you the link and then you can
monitor the chat.
Yeah.
Are we live yet?
We are live, but I don't think anybody's there yet because I haven't posted the link.
Cue up some fucking Christopher Lloyd theme, Dennis the Menace, man. Get this party hopping. Solid Jerry Goldsmith.
Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. Whoa, that's way
No.
too bright.
Point it at the ceiling.
I can, it's a Philips thing, so I can turn it down. If I can get the app up. Hello, hello. Check 1 2.
Hello, hello. Check 1 2. Hello, hello. Check 1 2.
Is that the theme?
Come on,
Why can I not change this?
Here, just keep them on and get your link up. It's better to have them pointing up anyways, because you don't want them shining right in
Yeah.
your face.
But it's just because that creates like a super bright from the top, and I thought,
You can move this, can't you?
yeah, there we go.
Does this guy even know what the good part of his score is?
Which guy?
Jerry Goldsmith.
The Dennis the Menace score doesn't have any bangers.
It does have a banger. That's where you're wrong. It's a variation of the good one. Oh my God, it's so bright in here. Is your bass like reverberating in your headphones?
A little bit.
Fucking reverberating? What is that?
What?
What?
That.
It's just from me hitting this. Okay. So what's going on, Frank?
What the fuck?
There's nobody watching yet.
I don't know. I'm trying to find some sweet Dennis the Menace score to play. Get a banger to start off this live stream.
Yeah, you want to link up your Bluetooth with the board here and play some.
Fuck, I wish I. How does this not? Jerry Goldsmith. Dennis. Man, you really missed the boat on this one, bud.
All right. Well, should I actually record the audio for this? Maybe just in case. Why not? Anyway, hopefully people can hear us. We've got Christopher watching live. We've got Matthew. Hey, guys. We're just kind of getting started here. Now, I know we did get a bunch of comments and questions via email. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll jump back and forth between
whatever.
previous questions that have been sent earlier and questions people have in the chat room. I don't know if, Jay, do you want to keep an eye on the Patreon thread just in case questions come in from there?
The Patreon thread?
Yeah.
What's your battery status?
Because I'm looking at the YouTube
out.
chat room right
Okay.
now. So we got
Oh,
a bunch
I can't
of people.
because we would have to give me access through here unless you want to do that.
Give you access.
I can't log in.
Oh, right.
What about on this screen? And I can
Okay.
try to look at
we
it.
can do that. Let me just can everybody hear us okay? Does everything sound okay? How's it going, guys? I don't know how you're going to scroll that though, Frank. Anyway,
Hey, guys, watching Sleepwalkers at the Alamo Draft House right now. We'll watch later.
all right. Well, let's see. Do we have any
I'm not
questions
sure how to
coming in?
open this on my YouTube app. I think you have to click the YouTube link from Patreon.
Yep.
I think that should work.
But that person probably isn't watching right now, so they can't hear you say that.
Well, they can watch it on Patreon, no? If they're commenting on Patreon.
I don't know.
It's embedded, is it not?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Do we have any questions coming in here? Kevin says, what movie posters should I get for my man cave? What do you guys think?
Let's see. Fargo.
Give us a little. Give us a
Bottle
top. Give
Rocket.
us action. Give us a director. We need a little something to go with. I can't speak blindly on this topic.
Let's see. Brian says, Jay, favorite John Carpenter film.
Oh, well. I am probably The Thing, but Prince of Darkness is up there for sure. Big Trouble in Little China, and They Live. Those are my faves. But there's a lot more. There's a lot of great stuff in there.
Christopher says, is Frankie planning to buy Tammy and the T-Rex on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome? Certainly
not. No, I think it's probably incompetent filmmaking at its peak. Would you agree, Jay?
No, not necessarily. I haven't seen the film yet.
I'm thinking about picking it up. Thinking about it.
I'm going to get it automatically with my Vinegar Syndrome subscription service.
Now, how much does that cost, Jay? I'm kind of curious.
Oh, you don't want to know, Sean. You don't want to know.
House.
Oh. I don't want to know?
No.
Seriously? Is it really expensive?
I think it was $500 for half a year.
6 months, $500. Yeah. But how many things are you getting?
I think. I can't remember. But some months are, like this past month, there was a total of 7 Blu-rays.
And that's a good month?
Yeah.
What was the month before? 1?
4.
Not bad.
All right, I'm going to jump to a question.
Did we get any clarification on the poster?
I can't see. I don't think so. Not yet. So Rodney left a comment and said, how do you guys feel about subtitles on the screen? I had a girlfriend who was partially deaf, and so obviously we had the subtitles on all the time, but even before I met her, I would often put subtitles on, especially if the movie starred actors with strong accents. Thanks, guys. Love the show.
I love and cherish subtitles.
Very relevant. We just discussed this with regards to The Lighthouse, but I will say I put subtitles on quite a bit, feeling like an old man maybe, but
don't think Brad Bird or Judd Apatow would have a problem. Sean?
They might.
Jay, you watch with subtitles?
I mean,
I think they would be fine with it.
We're talking subtitles for a movie where it's in English, so you can understand the audio.
Oh,
Okay. Because obviously they don't have a problem with subtitles in general, but I do think, I don't know, I find it, you don't have to have the volume cranked up, and I don't know, there's something about like not having to worry, if something is just whispered and you miss it, well, you just read it. But it's not like you're paying attention to it all the time. Let's see, what other questions do we have?
Dongle Paul asks, what sports goth hat is Frank wearing?
this is a black on black, so it is a traditional sports goth hat. Baltimore Orioles. Oh, I should say new era, low profile, 7 5/8.
Very
If you're
cool.
looking to copy the look.
What would you think if I was wearing a Friday the 13th hat? Would you think I was like a disgusting horror fanboy?
Depends on the hat. If it's one of those,
The hockey mask in black on black.
it could be nice.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like some production hat
you'd
that
be
you got
like,
off eBay
horror
and you wear it around
fan.
like you're way too cool. Look at my old hat. Ooh.
Frank, I mean, I don't know if we've said this. I used to be an Orioles fan. I used to own an Orioles hat.
That makes you an Orioles fan?
Multiple Orioles hats. No,
So what made
the hat was a
what made you
byproduct of being a
change?
fan. I just don't watch baseball anymore, but they're still my team.
They're
I just
your
don't
team?
care. Yeah.
I think you just like the color orange.
No.
Excuse me.
I was more of a Cal Ripken Jr. fan.
All right,
after he
fuck the
retired.
baseball. Kyle Grimes asks, how thick were your nostalgia goggles watching Dennis the Menace, Frank? 4 stars?
Is that you?
No, he said that in the chat right there.
Oh, they weren't thick at all, as you'll see on the regular show.
Oh yeah, he didn't say it was amazing.
No. It
Dude,
wasn't because of nostalgia. It was an appreciation for the writing of characters and capturing the essence of children. John Hughes, and I think through editing and performance, Nick Castle is able to capture authentic child performances that, as we all know, like children can be hilarious.
Children
And
can
when
be hilarious.
You try to write kids.
Have you watched the new kids say the darndest things?
Listen, when you try to write things to make kids funny, it doesn't work. That's why you need authentic children coming up with authentic material, which I believe this movie has.
My Videos asks, ETA on the Twin Peaks The Return episodes?
You know what I say? I'm down next week. We could start.
Frank's been trying to put it off as much as possible, but
do not put this on me.
We had the Cronenberg premium, so now that that's out of the way, hopefully next week will be the first episode from that dropping. We'll see how it goes.
Reviewing all of the first. No, I'm just this guy all pissed off.
This is getting hard to keep up with everything that's going on here.
Taylor Crow, favorite YouTube channels. Oh, well, you got Franchise Kicks, Form BX 257. I like watching Red Letter Media. They do a channel called Previously Recorded. That's all video, or they did. That's all video games.
Dax's lady friend got a shout out from Red Letter Media.
Yeah?
Really?
About what?
I know she posted on her Instagram story that she was hanging out watching Red Letter Media, and they put it back out into the world, regrammed it, so to speak.
Nice.
You probably saw it if you follow them on Instagram.
I think it's a fan thing. I looked
Is
them
it?
up. It's not them. It's like I think a Red Letter Media fans.
Oh, I got hoverboarded. What do you want?
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? A lot of questions. Trying to pick a good one.
Why? Let them all go, man.
There's too many.
They're rapid fire. We'll figure it out.
How many Blu-rays do each of us have in our collection at this point? It's from Aaron.
I'm
Let me check my app right now, and I'll tell you.
Like probably
I'll give you an
800.
I'm probably about 2,700. 25 to 27.
I'd say that's accurate.
1430 for me.
Got a hell of a digital library, though.
I do have a pretty big digital library now.
Okay, hero. Gotta come at me. Anyway, rapid fire.
I thought you were agreeing with me, but anyway. Favorite Seaway memory. This is from Cinema Blue. My favorite Seaway memory was watching Dumb and Dumber alone on a Saturday. Not a question. I know.
That's a good one.
Ryan says, Jay, any more Super Ego collaborations coming?
No, I don't think so. Not in the near future. Although I might see Matt Gorley next week.
Oh yeah,
I might, maybe.
What's the story there, Jay?
He didn't want to get into it.
There's a chance I might go to Los Angeles next week.
Oh, just on a whim, just because you feel like it. Okay,
just because I feel like it.
Don't forget about Dr. Sleep.
All right, Dennis says Hans Zimmer versus Johnny Williams. Who has the better score portfolio?
John Williams.
Hans Zimmer.
It's not even
It's
close.
not even
John
close.
Williams.
Come on.
Neil says ethics of illegal downloads. I guess that's the question. I'm living at the ass end of the world, Australia, in brackets. I'm not going to get to see the lighthouse until 2020 unless I find a copy that fell off the back of a truck. Well, extreme times call for extreme measures.
Libraries are tricky things. Some libraries get things in early, some get them in later.
Mm-hmm.
I borrow from libraries and return.
Okay.
When I want to watch something that I can't get in my own house, I have to go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grim reality.
Yeah, it's tough because I like to think that we're among the remaining few that still buy physical media and support movies in that way. So maybe the occasional download doesn't hurt, but every download hurts, Frank.
If it's on iTunes,
don't let them tell you otherwise.
I try to buy it or rent it.
We've got James Gillum in the chat.
James, buddy.
Hi, James.
One of my favorite people on the face of the earth. I wish that he lived closer so we could hang and
got to get him back under that visor.
Play with each other. What's in the cups, he asks. What are you guys drinking? I was drinking a coffee. Frank?
This is Diet Ginger Ale. A refill from the Winston Churchill Cinema.
That reminds me, we do have some cupcakes here.
Man, James comes out, joins the chat. We all toss him some praise, and he asks a shit question like that. Jesus Christ, like James.
Who in the chat room has one of these? Let us know.
James is tapping into what people want. The things you can't see, the things that you would never know. Don't dismiss his question so quickly.
Caleb R., is this just for Patreon folk?
Yeah.
You're damn right it is.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
That's why you got to drop tier.
Film Junk Vault. Have we gotten any clarification on the movie posters? Some narrowing.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Bud Dwiker. Frank, would you ever buy a film from Vinegar Syndrome?
Is there any chance Nothing But Trouble will be a Vinegar Syndrome release?
Not likely.
Never going to happen.
We've got David Edwards in the chat. David, who
hard on for Vinegar Syndrome.
I went. David's great. Went to the Knives Out premiere with them, and we both got hammered.
Nice.
He says, "Let's talk VR. Videodrome made you want to go back under the visor. Any excitement for what's coming up in the world of VR? Was it a fad?"
I got to be honest. I did go under the visor 3 weeks ago. Got back into it. Bought a bunch of stuff.
Frank got me to buy some stuff.
Tried Falcon.
I haven't played
Falcon
it yet,
Age, which I was disappointed with. And I bought a bunch of other stuff that wasn't finished downloading. But I have to say, the other trailer we saw today with Tom Cruise was the new Guy Ritchie movie.
Yes, right.
The guy behind us is like, ooh, Tom Cruise. It wasn't. Who was it when he said Tom Cruise?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
What?
Oh, yeah. That made me reminded me that I bought Blood and Truth for VR, which I need to play.
I got to play that too.
Have been meaning to dabble in Skyrim VR.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably play each one for 10 or 20 minutes this week, and maybe just leading up to Death Stranding, which I hope to get a solid hour in. on Thursday night at midnight.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably about it. But I did play a bunch of Dick Wild when I went under the visor because it was compatible with the aim controller. It was actually a pretty fun game. It's just a shooting range kind of game, but I had a blast with Dick Wild.
You were trying to sell me on Dick Wild. I don't think I actually purchased it when it was on sale, but I'll have to try it at your place sometime.
Hey, we can get Dick Wild anytime you come over.
Jesse says, when was the last time you guys have gone to Sundance? Only went once.
2009?
6 or 8?
8?
I want to say 9 as well, but
Maybe 8.
I know I've asked this before. I think this was in a car ride with Jay. I don't know if I've ever asked Sean. Who was your biggest celeb sighting there? Who would you?
I didn't see any celebrities. I'm celebrity blind. They're just average people to me.
You didn't see a single
Well,
Just walking around?
Ask Jay. I always
eating a
Jay
donut or having a
Jay
coffee.
would spot somebody, and I would
No
be
one.
like, "Where?" And I wouldn't see them. I don't know.
He just said you spotted someone.
Did I spot someone?
We saw Kevin Bacon walking.
You both
Oh,
saw
yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Bacon.
I didn't see him. Jay said he saw him.
Well, you just said we both saw Kevin Bacon.
Well, I guess I was there.
Well,
I
he
was
technically saw him. He just didn't know it was Kevin Bacon.
maybe that's the case.
Oh,
guys
okay.
don't
What
even
else
know
we
what you
got
saw.
going in here?
Casey.
Ryan
How can you
Thompson,
be sure what you saw?
favorite midnight
Faculty.
movie experience.
Ooh, they're all the worst.
Midnight
Mm.
movie. Like,
I guess though my favorite, I've only seen 3. I think would be Drag to Cost. No, Assault in Cell Block 99, Brawl in Cell Block.
99. So wait, we're talking specifically midnight screenings at.
I don't know. Maybe.
TIFF or-
Sure.
Can I have just watched it at home at midnight?
No,
I don't know. That's a good question. Green Room, I think I saw it midnight screening.
Yes,
Was
both
Green
versions
was
of-
Green Inferno a midnight screening?
I don't think it was midnight.
Well, let's just say it was because Sean had to leave because he felt faint because of the sight of blood. That was my favorite.
now Sean.
It wasn't the sight of blood. It was the what's the word?
Vagina.
Shaky
it
cam?
was it was the disfiguration of female genitalia.
Mutilation?
Mutilation of female genitalia. Yeah, that was what did it.
Well, we should mention if there's any new listeners, Green Room should be your favorite. It's very significant. It has the younger version of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or it had, pardon me, rest in peace. Anton Yelchin was present, and Patrick Picard.
Patrick Picard.
No, that's someone I used to work with. Jean-Luc Picard. Patrick
Yes.
Picard I worked with at Canadian Tire. He might still work there.
It sounds familiar.
All right.
You're getting really into our lives here. Like we're revealing way too much information.
Sammy Tahari.
Bleep all that out.
Movie memorabilia that you passed on you wish you hadn't.
Ooh.
Frank, you've got a couple. You passed on one of the baby people from Nothing But Trouble, didn't you?
Yeah, I believe it was Bobo's suit that I missed out on. I didn't pass on it. It was already sold. I'm always too late to these parties. If I ever get rich or like very comfortable financially, the alternate artwork for the movie, not the actual poster, but one by Boris. He did Conan posters. What's his name?
Boris Yeltsin.
No.
Yeah, I know. Vallejo.
Vallejo, I think. Yeah. He did a version of Nothing But Trouble, and the original art was available one time for $10,000, and I got to secure that. That's my
Man,
I would love to have that.
that's your big regret.
Justin Day asks, what are the chances of a Giallo premium podcast? I mean, we did Argento.
Yeah, it's done. Over. No chance.
There are other, obviously, films we could include there, but maybe I'd like to do a Mario Bava podcast or Jim Premiums of podcasting.
Yeah, it seems like that should happen at some point. Jordan says, what are the chances of a new Manifesto episode? Been a bit of discussion about this in the comments. I mean,
It's coming. It's got to happen.
I think Jay said, burn it. He doesn't live by rules. He had a huge argument with me in the car today about you living by rules and there should be no rules. what this whole hypothetical tangent.
This sounds like a conversation that should have been bonus
I
content.
can't. It gets into my work and
It gets too deep, Sean.
I don't know, man.
it reveals too much that I'm not at liberty to talk about.
Are we watching the?
I'm
Patreon
trying, but I
page?
have to refresh it, and I can't.
I mean, it
Who
looks like
knows?
you haven't refreshed
you-
it in
can you-
15
I
minutes.
haven't.
You can't use it on your phone? Here, I'll put it on my phone.
Bruce Carey asked, Jay, when does your feature come out on Shudder? It's not a feature. It's a 5-part documentary series, and I think it's early next year.
It better be. All right.
Yep. Let's see what else here.
I'm going to try and find some of the older questions that were in the other comment thread. Dennis says, what are your go-to movies to rewatch when you're sick at home? Do you have some weird or odd choices? I somehow have to throw on Die Hard with a Vengeance and Ocean's 12 every time I'm sick. Greetings from Germany.
Solid picks.
I do not rewatch movies ever, so I have no go-to.
When I'm really
rewatch
sick,
movies.
that's usually when I would actually get back into original trilogy Star Wars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty
When
good choice.
I'm really laid out, that's
Last time I was sick, I watched Stalker. Some nice light viewing.
PCCH7. How much was the gas today? 40 bucks?
approximately $30.
No way.
Well, probably. I drove to pick you up. Then we went to the Winston Churchill Cinema. Then we did a loop-de-loop. Well, first we went to Sean's. Then we came back and went to the cinema. Then we did a loop-de-loop to Tim Hortons. Then we came back to Sean's. We're looking at, I'm going to be honest, $26.70 approximately in gas.
Okay. Sorry. Email here from Bob in Tennessee.
Bobby!
Email?
Email. Some people emailed in their questions ahead of time. So, longtime listener that needs a simple but complex answer
Uh-oh.
to some genre definitions. What's the difference between a thriller, horror, and suspense?
This is Frank's bread and butter.
Okay, look, this is a subjective opinion. I will acknowledge subgenres exist, but even with music and movies, I don't like to identify subgenres. I categorize by pure genres. And to me, horror and drama are genres. Some are thrilling, hence they're called thrillers, and some are suspenseful, hence why they might be called suspense films.
What would The Purge be?
The Purge?
The first one. Drama?
Horror.
Why?
I believe it's trying to present a terrifying scenario for a family. And the intent is to shock or scare. I might, you know what? I might go half sci-fi or fantasy. Fantasy.
I mean, I know
Horror fantasy.
I know what Frank's trying to do here. You're trying to boil it down
The binary
to the
thinking.
to the
Of
bare
course,
minimum.
subgenres exist.
Yeah.
When I was cataloging my music connection, I try to find the most pure genres.
The problem is you're never gonna. There's always going to be
They all belong to the
overlap.
genre of music.
There you go.
They're all the genre of film.
Definitely.
Gasoline Christmas trees. Why does Sean ignore me on Instagram?
It's a good question.
Sean ignores everyone on
I
Instagram.
don't know what you're talking about. But if you have a question,
How many
send it in.
Patreons do we need for Frank to recreate the Bjork Stalker video?
Now that was,
I would do
that
it.
was Jay
Yeah.
asking that.
If you direct me,
Sorry, that was Dom G who asked that. Fantastic Freddy. Frank, list all essential genres.
comedy, horror, sci-fi, drama, action, maybe fantasy. Sure.
Okay.
Am I missing any that you can think of?
That's all of them.
I would even question fantasy.
Ryan Thompson, what is your antacid of choice? Well, I'm using Tums currently. I was on what's it called?
Zantac?
Zantac for quite a while until it's been pulled from the shelves.
Oh yeah, there was a recall.
Yeah,
I got some Zantac in the car if you want some.
I'm good.
I haven't used one in quite some time, but it would be Zantac when I did.
I was on a prescribed antacid that you take daily, but I ran out.
I also took prescribed antacids to another person. Is that against the law?
No.
Pill sharing?
Dangerous, very dangerous. Ryan says, any thoughts on Watchmen so far? Has anybody checked this out yet?
I watched the first episode
And
I thought it was very good.
I got to watch this thing.
Yeah, it's on my list. I don't know when I'll get to it. Maybe
Stretch goal.
Too much TV. Way too much.
This guy
TV.
just said the TV is shit. Now he loves the Watchmen all of a sudden.
It is shit.
Our good buddy Jim Leskowski says, what is Frank's favorite hat, and do you guys still drink Monster?
I don't drink Monster anymore. I'm off of it, but
Yeah,
It's been a while.
They haven't really been giving us many promotional materials or free samples. So I'm currently also not drinking Monster.
Happy to sample other energy drinks. That might
if anyone wants to send us energy drinks,
yes.
Fucking NOS.
yeah.
My favorite hat. Probably my Pelicans red hat with the P logo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. When it's your favorite hat, you don't want to wear it as much because you're going to get it sweaty and dirty. I like to wear my beater hats around and save my primo hats for special occasions.
Yeah, I hear you. Makes sense.
Fantastic Freddy. Did Sean go as Lobot on Halloween as promised?
He did.
I did.
It looked amazing. You were underselling that
Is it
costume.
Fantastic Freddy, the guy who's on Instagram, saying, why doesn't he respond to me on Instagram?
No, that was Burning Christmas Tree.
Oh.
Don't again, you ignored Burning Christmas Tree.
Yeah, check out my Instagram, man.
The costume was fantastic. I don't know why you said it was a shitty Lobot costume.
Well,
Stop being so fucking humble.
here's actually, this is good for video. Let me bring in the actual visor because it looks okay from far away. Up close, it looks like garbage. Let me go get it.
Yeah, right. Get the shirt and the vest too. Change for the camera.
For everyone asking what a double-double is, it's just a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars.
But you didn't get a double-double.
No. I'm off double-doubles.
Things are changing. People's lives are changing. Oh, this is good. I didn't know the lights worked. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
I would have brought my Frankenberry mask if I knew it was going to be this kind of party.
It's not bad.
Well, it's headphones with Bristol board over top, and then these lights on the side. That's pretty much it. Was hoping
Does
to
the
do
job.
more, but
You got to leave it on the whole show, man.
very uncomfortable. I should have put some felt underneath.
Ryan Thompson asks, The Irishman is long enough that even though I could see it in the theater, I'm waiting to watch it on my couch so that I can pause to my heart's content.
Good call.
Would you see it in theaters if possible? Me and Sean would. Frank, who's the most excited for the film, is going to watch it in bed on 1.5 speed.
Correct. That is a benefit to Netflix, being able to pause. You can't deny it.
Bruce,
Don't deny it.
Bruce says, are you guys committing to the new streaming services, Disney Plus or Apple TV Plus?
I got to say, Apple Plus, absolutely no chance. Although I'm kind of intrigued by the Jason Momoa series. I'm hearing interesting things.
I'm more interested in the Ronald Moore series personally, but
Is that the space one?
Is it just original content?
yeah, that's the problem. There's no back catalog of anything. It's just the new stuff they're doing right now. So
Disney Plus, hey, for that price, as Jay said many times, The Mandalorian looks really good. So I might check it out.
no chance.
If they launch with variable playback speed,
Well,
I promise. No, this is actually, maybe I won't promise. What I want to do is cancel Netflix that day, the same day I subscribe to Disney Plus, but I really can't because I got to watch The Irishman,
I think
and my parents and other family members use my Netflix. So it would be a disservice to them to cancel on that day. But I would like to, but I cannot.
I might, if you sign up for Disney Plus, I might sign up for a second Netflix account that day just to have a second account.
You're going to get Disney Plus.
I am not getting Disney Plus. Never.
Think of your children, you maniac.
Hmm.
They could watch, they would love that shit.
We'll watch Dennis the Menace instead.
Yeah, you already did that, bud. You don't watch stuff.
Kids
over,
watch the same movie over and over.
I hope they do. I hope they friggin' love Dennis the Menace.
I mean, we already own a lot of the Disney movies that we like. I mean,
you'll see during the regular show, Sean barely even watched Dennis the Menace. He thought he set up traps. Well, not a single trap is set by Dennis.
Lots of traps. Maybe not by Dennis. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Another question, Jay?
From Kyle Grimes. Frank, don't you have a problem supporting the DIC and being such a Tarantino fanboy?
No.
What's the DIC?
Disney.
Oh, right. Yeah. Disney was really screwing Tarantino over when he was trying to get
that's true.
The Hateful Eight and the Cinemarama Dome.
I don't love Disney by any means. When I started the show, I liked them. Now I've kind of outgrown and Disney stuff, especially now. I started. Here's another example I didn't say. Aladdin. I watched the first 15 minutes of that. It is awful.
Yeah.
It is so bad. Like it looks like green screen trash. It is laughably bad. I can't believe people were liking this movie. It is awful. So I shan't be going back to that.
Tom Lane asks, what about HBO Max? It'll have Criterion on it.
In Canada, I don't know if that's the case because our stuff gets split up into Crave and
it's not available in Canada.
So I get all those through
Criterion stuff. I thought it was just the Turner Classic stuff or something.
I don't know, man. I'm just reading the words, Sean. I don't fucking know.
I don't know where that's coming from, but give us more info. I have not heard that. Matthew sent in a question earlier. I have a manifesto related question. As Frank is embracing digital, how would you feel as collectors if you set up some kind of family sharing arrangement between the three of you? Could potentially juice your collection threefold, but there would also be potential drawbacks of not being the sole owner of the library. Thank you.
Library.
Not interested.
I already have family sharing set up with my family and with Reed Farrington. I gave him access at some point
if I
to
could,
watch something.
I think you would want access to my video game collection, wouldn't you?
Me?
Yeah. Both of you.
Yeah, man. Hook me up.
I buy everything.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think I have to go digital from now on because my Xbox optical drive is dead.
That's why you never go physical.
Is it did you try anything?
If I do,
I've gotten that message.
If I do a hard reset, it will come back. But every time I just turn it on normally and try to use it, I get that message. So it feels like
you haven't tried just ejecting and putting back in.
Yeah, I've tried that too,
and it still didn't work.
Different discs. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's on the verge of completely going.
Is it the Xbox S?
Yeah, I think Xbox One X might be in my future. We'll see.
Oh, you missed the opportunity. It was $350 at Toys R Us 3 weeks ago. You gotta tell me these things.
Dude, come on, man.
I didn't even know you were in the market for one.
Well,
he wasn't at that point.
And it was fucking double redeem day this past weekend at Shoppers Drug Mart.
You gotta hook a brother up.
You gotta tell a brother you need hooking up. I'm not a mind reader. I can't send out. I don't have MailChimp to send out every time I see a deal. I gotta know what you're into, what you're looking for.
Well, you can get one for $469. There's certain bundles for $469 currently. But now I'm like, do I wait for Black Friday, right? Because
get the Jedi Fallen Order bundle.
I already pre-ordered.
Well, cancel that. Don't you have EA access? Why would you?
No.
Now, I don't know if you saw this today.
What?
Jedi Fallen Order. You know how every EA access game you get 10 hours for free a week before the game comes out?
Yeah.
No early access for Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh, that's going to piss
Frankie
some people off.
is angry. I pay for EA access on 3 platforms. I forgot to cancel one. PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I can't play this game early? Are you kidding me?
Time to cancel EA Access,
Right?
man.
Yeah. Are you refreshing that thing, man?
No,
Give
we're
me
not.
the,
We're
give
not
me the
looking at-
mouse. Give me the mouse.
I can't. Oh, we're so far behind on
Who ca-
YouTube right now.
We're not that far behind.
Dude, we got 10 hours left.
Um,
Gotta edit the
here's
show
a good
still.
question. Dom G, do you think Hollywood will fully embrace deepfake technology?
I don't know what that means.
I saw
You don't know deepfake?
No.
Collider did a deep fake of George
Yeah,
Lucas.
it's amazing. Wait, Sean doesn't know what deepfake is.
I mean, I've seen the phrase. I don't know what it means.
You've never seen a deepfake?
No, I don't go on YouTube.
Well, it's not a YouTube thing. It's like there's a huge concern about deepfakes over the last year in terms of misinformation.
So it's just videos that look really real.
It's putting people's faces on other people.
Jared C was expecting Patreon to be more like Chatterbait. No, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. No pee-pee.
You got to bring up. Are you able to bring stuff up on here while we're?
Well, Frank's
doing
got my
this?
mouse.
I want to know
so
if
can't,
sorting
but-
the collection. This is Renato Gayarsa. I want to know if sorting the collection by directors, like I do, is an okay choice.
No, it's not. No.
Can you-
Name something less interesting than Martin Scorsese backtracking or doubling down on his ill-advised comments on superhero movies. When will this story die? Craig Lindsay. When they are out of the storm with Disney Plus.
Well, once The Irishman is no longer needing to be promoted, right, Frank?
Correct.
Can you do picture-in-picture on YouTube Live? That would be cool.
I don't know,
if
man.
We could add another video. and
Frank, bring
watch
up
it.
the George Lucas deepfake.
I can't. I don't have a keyboard.
All right, give me this.
Sean's pissed.
I don't know how
He's
This is
You
gonna-
can't do it on, or you're worried your computer's going to crash.
Just
The
go on this
Alienware.
thing.
No, but like this is not going to be interesting for anybody else. So what am I looking for?
George Lucas deepfake.
All right.
Will we hear the audio?
Yeah, I can turn the audio on at
Okay.
least.
Is that the Rise of Skywalker trailer top?
This one?
Guys, well, is this the background that we're going to use? Is there a way we can do like a green screen? We bring in a green screen there, Jimmy? He just follows me around with a green screen.
You ever done a reaction before?
Yeah, I mean, I've reacted. Certainly. I've reacted at these, but never like this before.
I've reacted. That's pretty good.
Okay. Oh, God, kill me. Oh, there it is. There's my name. Another check for Daddy. There's this Endor. Oh, you dropped something. The plot. There's Ray. Oh,
now
what
people can
character
see it,
development.
kind
what
of.
an arc for Ray, huh? Jesus Christ! At the end of Empire, Luke had his hand taken off, and Han Solo was in carbonite or whatever. Oh, this is great. It's great because I didn't make it. Ultimately, I'm not to blame. Oh, that's Rose.
So that's a
Her
deep
sister
fake.
Died or something, trying to throw a space grenade.
I mean,
And they saved a bunch of horses or something.
But if it just
look, it's
quickly
Jimmy
go
now.
to
Look at this, we're all
Jim Carrey, The
following this
Shining.
Well, I can actually.
I haven't
feel
seen
my
this
life
one.
essence draining from me as I watch this.
So this is, I mean, someone's asking if we think this will become a thing in movies. And I personally, it seems to me like this will get to a point where de-aging will not be a thing. It'll just be this.
yeah.
Which is kind of what Gemini Man was trying to do.
I think Gemini Man could have potentially, maybe not at this stage, but it could have looked better. And this is just being done by someone.
Control Shift face.
Yeah, it's not, this isn't Hollywood.
Right.
You'll notice the crowns and crown-like lighting structure as a commentary on the matriarchy or patriarchy. No, what do you?
Patriarchy.
No, what do you call?
How's it going?
Monarchy is the term.
Oh. See, now you can see when he's actually talking.
Get a lot written today? Yes.
Hey,
Hmm.
weather forecast said it's gonna snow tonight.
What do you want me to do about it?
It's Jack's voice, though.
Yeah, but it's demonstrating being able to put.
It's Jack's voice,
though. All right, turn this shit off.
Yeah, I don't know. The future is scary. Is that what you want me to say, Jack?
The future's fucked.
Okay. I'm lost.
Instead
now,
of
man.
vetoes, can we start doing deep fakes of ourselves talking about the movie?
Tom Lane, any chance of those Film Junk USB archives coming back in stock? Probably not.
Never.
You can get the back episodes at gumroad.com/filmjunk.
Len Fearnside, yeah, we need shirts. So someone else mentioned shirts. We're looking into that right now.
Definitely trying to make it happen.
We are not lefties. This is a flipped image for you.
Totally flipped.
Jordan S., when's the next planned Film Junk meetup? There's nothing on the books right now. Ryan Thompson, what is your favorite non-Film Junk movie-related podcast?
Non-film junk movie.
I mean, Film Junk's my favorite, baby.
Hmm.
I listen to the DGA podcast. I listen to Script Notes. I don't really listen to many actual, I don't think any podcasts where it's people talking about, well, shockwaves occasionally. Yeah. And not a podcast, but like I said, watch Red Letter Media on YouTube.
Still listen to Slash Film from time to time. Let me check my feed here. What else do I listen to? Ball Junk, Postmortem with Mick Garris. That's pretty much it in terms of movie-related stuff.
I've gotten into the DGA one recently as well.
What about You Must Remember This? Frank, are you listening to this season of You Must Remember This?
No.
Because it's all about Song of the South.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole season?
Yeah.
Were they stupid?
No, they're exposing the dark history of Disney. And, some people are saying that Splash Mountain, I mean...
Days are numbered?
Days are numbered.
I gotta fucking get there ASAP.
Yeah.
Jim asks, favorite Thanksgiving side dish and favorite type of pie?
Apple pie for me.
Yeah, although apple pie can be hit or miss. Cherry pie, I find to be quite reliable.
As with any pie, there's good pie and bad pie.
That's true, but I think cherry pie, just because apple, if it's undercooked, or there's too many apples, or it's not seasoned properly, or it can be a disaster. But cherry pie, you just get filling and stick it in, and you got a crust, and you're done.
Not into pie. Mashed potatoes, favorite side dish. Not very controversial at all. Where are you guys? Taters or stuffing?
Potatoes.
All taters all the time.
I'm not crazy about stuffing. Yorkshire pudding, if I can get it. I love Yorkshire pudding.
Well, maybe not.
Dessert.
No, it's not. I apologize.
What, this guy
Fucking
here's
settle
pudding.
Down.
This guy here's pudding, thinks dessert. Who's winning a foot race between the three of you? That's Cagney Brennan asking the question. Probably Sean.
I think so. Who won the stair battle in Philadelphia? It was you and Zach. The Rocky Steps.
Were we actually racing though? I don't remember. There might be video somewhere. I don't know.
I think Sean would win. Jay might give him a run for his money. He's better on ice.
Jordan S., would it be rude to ask what Jay does day to day? Frankie works in video games. Sean does programming for some non-gaming company. In between gigs, what does Cheel do? Cheel tries to find the next gig.
Watches stupid horror movies all the time.
Yeah. Jack Nealon. Does Greg and Frank get random non-related BS from non-film junk people?
No.
I don't know what that means, but your answer is no. Justin Robert Vinal, 1 hour coffee date with what filmmaker? I'd love to see Frank on a coffee date with his favorite filmmakers.
My first pick is deceased. Tony Scott.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just have a birthday coffee together.
I'll say Jay Cheel.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
Now living. This is tough. Who would I want to have a coffee with? For an hour, right? That was the time.
1 hour coffee date. No more, no less. You're locked in for that hour.
Huh. Now I know who Jay's answer might be. You want me to give you an answer?
Sure.
Alex Garland.
No.
You thought he was super cool.
Rob, obviously.
Rob?
Zombie?
Oh, yeah, Rob. Completely.
This is tough.
Ryan Johnson.
For you?
Yeah.
He got to party with him at the party.
I know.
Big time.
He didn't even get to go. He got to say in the Cineplex pre-show today when he was talking to Tanner Zip Chen, looked like a fucking tool, man.
Oh no. He's cool.
Oh, everyone should have seen Frank lose it in the car today. But in the parking lot, Frank almost pulled out in front of someone who was driving past.
Who was going way too fast.
Frank was in the wrong. The guy was going fast, but it was Frank's fault.
Stopped.
He did stop, but it was like, almost like
I couldn't see their shrubs.
Yeah, and he stopped, and then the guy went
Holy
past, and then
fuck.
apparently the person in the car made some sort of gesture towards Frank, and Frank was like, "You fucking want to go? You want to go? I'll take you right now."
What are you looking at, bud? Got a fucking problem?
But the best about that scenario is if it was reversed, he would be having the same reaction to
Of
himself.
course I would. Come on. Get real. I'll give me a second. It's not the ones you might think. Not Christopher Nolan.
Oh, here we go. Chandon Bat, who is the best driver between you three in terms of skill or road rage control?
I think it's me.
I think it's me.
Jay goes a little too fast sometimes.
No.
Gets a little too aggressive on bumpers.
You have to be aggressive.
Sean doesn't go fast enough.
I don't go fast. Go just right.
I'm that nice mix of aggression and safety. I'm always considering my space bubble. As I learned at Apex Driving Academy, defensive driving teachers of Niagara for 25 years plus.
Tom Lane, did you guys work on Eternal Darkness Metal Gear when at Silicon Knights, or was it all too human?
I worked on Too Human for 2 weeks, and then I got moved to a different project.
I worked on Metal Gear. I started halfway through Metal Gear, I guess. And worked a little bit on Too Human, but Jay probably worked on that the most out of the three of us.
Yes. Did not work on the other ones.
And everything else was years wasted on projects that never got released. So cool.
That's not okay, Sean. I hate that. It's not wasted.
It kind of is.
You got fucking paid well to do that. And you learned.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think credits have value, Frank.
I don't.
It's all about getting that final product on the shelves, feeling proud of the work you put in. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was still a great place to work. Still enjoyed my time there. But
Quiet Rob, random question. Which of the premium podcasts do you guys remember having the most fun recording? My top two are Trilogy of the Dead and Rocky series. To be honest, I don't remember a lot of them.
Mine would be
The Purge, I guess, was a good one.
Star Wars episode, the prequels.
Yeah, that is good.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Lord of the Rings was good.
Harry Potter.
Frank got mad when I said that he doesn't empathize with women or something.
And which one?
Sounds right.
Lord of the Rings. You got mad. You were mad.
I do not
You're
remember
furious.
that at all.
If someone can bring up the clip right now, that'd be great.
My filmmaker I'd like to have an hour coffee with. This would be so much fun. An hour might not be enough. Dan Aykroyd. Talking aliens, ghosts,
Ghosts.
goblins, ghouls, aliens. I wouldn't even bring up Nothing But Trouble.
Let's
Okay, I
see
would bring up Nothing But
here.
Trouble.
Give us a few more here, Jay. We got to
Ryan
wrap
Thompson
this up soon. But
Ryan Thompson, what's your favorite programming? No, never. Sorry,
Programming
forget
language?
that. Forget I said that.
Good question.
Yeah.
Great question.
I don't have like
You know,
I don't have a hard on for programming languages. They are a necessity. That's all.
We've got a
Let's see,
comment
Sharp,
here
probably.
from Filmmaker Mode. Hey all, very disappointed to hear you using variable speed, Frankie. I'm putting you on the naughty list. No Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray in your stocking this year.
Boo-hoo. Gives a fuck.
Straight from the source. Someone asked, where was this?
Sean, aren't you on these things? You said
I
there
am,
were
but
so many.
Dustin March.
Jay's
Out
taking over.
of the three of you, which would you say is the most inherently intimidating?
Jay,
Yet the nicest.
I'm the nicest.
No way.
Sorry. Sean's the nicest. I'm the most open.
I'm the nicest
socially.
and least intimidating.
I'm very
By
open
far.
socially.
Mm,
Give me a time where I haven't been.
I don't want to.
Why?
I can't say it in front of the fans.
If anyone else, if anyone
Sean-
in the chat has met me in person, how was I? Let's rate. Anyone in the chat who has met any of us, rate your experience in the chat, please.
Now I said Sean's the nicest, but he does ignore burning Christmas tree constantly on Instagram.
That's true.
Well, I got a million places to reply to comments. There's only so many I can handle. Yeah, everything I'm reading, Jay's already asked. Are you at the very bottom now, Jay?
Gasoline Christmas Trees says Jay was a 12 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
Stratton Lujan. Frankie, what's your go-to beer when out on the town? I think
I'm not really a beer guy. Probably like Rolling Rock or Budweiser. I'm not into craft beers, any of that bullshit. I like classic lagers.
I saw somebody in here say they couldn't download Cantankerous episodes, but just thought I'd
They're
mention
behind a paywall.
they are on Gumroad, gumroad.com/.
Oh, I guess they are behind a paywall.
They are
Here we
behind-
go.
I was joking.
The money for that all goes to Reed, by the way. So
Jordan S. What?
the Cantankerous episodes.
Jordan S. Jay, you wished my friend Nick a happy birthday at the drive-in, and he and his girlfriend said you were very gracious. Chris, Jay, you were very pleasant. 10 out of 10. Would chauffeur around Flyway again. Ben Trudeau, my brother and I met Jay in Gimli, and he was a 5 out of 5. Detecticnomicon, 12 out of 5. Jay, the gentleman at the Prince of Darkness Church and Cinefamily screening of Time Machine.
Jay the Gentleman.
Drake Do-Gooder, pre-meet 5 out of 5 for Frankie.
Thank you.
I mean, I think the fact that I've met so many people says I'm pretty open.
Well, you have also been touring around the world with movies and whatnot. So
Yeah, ready to
Frank and I
have a
have
blast.
Frank and I have to work the fucking boring day jobs. Okay, let's do a couple more and wrap this up because
Jordan Jordan
editing to do
S.
here.
For some Sean love, I sat next to him during Phantom Thread, and he somehow remembered my name like 2 days later.
There you go.
But did he talk to you?
I don't remember.
Probably not. Willie Massacre. Frankie, which do you prefer, joints or bowls?
Joints.
Tom Lane. Film Junk website ever getting updated for mobile responsiveness?
Oh, we're talking about it. Somehow we keep circling on this, but it's definitely in the works.
What Ryan Thompson, what keeps you doing this show week after week?
The fans.
The Patreon payola.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Like the force
This might be a
of
good one
habit.
to end on.
Yeah.
I love being abused and made fun of constantly. what do you call it? A masochist? Am I a masochist?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
a
so.
complete masochist.
I love abusing Frank and making fun of him constantly.
And I love watching. So there you
It,
go.
it works out really well.
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow it's something to look forward to every week. So
I
I
like
think it's
having my air fresheners made fun of, my standard airbag decals on my car.
engravings. They're engravings.
Going through every DVD on my shelf and pointing and laughing. I just need that level of inspection and humility in my life.
I think it's a weird thing of constantly thinking we're on the verge of just breaking out. This thing being a
Living on that
huge
film junk
success.
dime.
Yeah. and
Honestly, it would be the greatest.
to just be able to do the podcast.
Oh fuck.
It would be great, yeah. Although I like my job, but
Fuck it. You don't like it that much.
I do.
Turn that into making film junk content.
I'm not a content creator, Frank.
Bjorkstock recreation, lighthouse parody with me farting and puking, and fucking a mattress.
it's just off the top of your head.
Yeah. What was the other one we came up with today? A parody. Something with Sean.
I don't know.
I thought there was one other one.
Stay tuned where Film Junk becomes a parody video channel. I have
Honestly,
to say, with the Red Letter Media guys, they do have a nice setup in that they have. This is what I would like. They're able to afford a studio space that's like their office, and everything is there, and then they just go there and do their shit like a day job kind of thing, and then leave. That would be nice to be able to have a space, a studio space that is ours, and be able to expand things a little bit. I'd like
it's
that.
pretty affordable.
Yeah,
I think so.
in Welland.
We just got
St.
to
Catharines.
we got to get on YouTube, man. That's where everybody is now. Podcasts are dead.
We're on it right now, bud.
I know. We got to do it more.
And I guess why we keep doing it, just sincerely. The fans are a big reason. Once in a while, you get an
Yes.
email or a thought, and you're like, what the fuck? And then it just warms your heart. And you're like, all right, someone appreciates my dumb ass and appreciates that I can take a beating like nobody else and
Kyle-
like it. And honestly, I mean, we see each other a lot, but it's still fun to hang out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I like talking about movies. If I didn't have this outlet, who would I talk to?
No one. Kyle Gustafson says, have you met the Red Letter Media guys? We can just briefly say, Sean, we've talked about it before, but weirdly had contact with them years and years ago
Mm-hmm.
when we were all making shitty VHS movies. And me and Sean had a website in probably like 98, 97,
96. even.
96, where we were selling VHS copies of our stuff online. And I can't remember how we came across them or they came across us, but we traded movies
Mm-hmm.
and got some of their stuff, and we sent them our stuff.
They had like a public access TV show or something.
Did they?
I think so.
And then all these years pass, and then they did their Phantom Menace thing, and they are who they are now. And I've been in contact with them on Twitter occasionally, and actually had asked them because I got a VCR to computer thing and was looking for, because we lost a whole bunch of the movies that we made, and contacted them asking if they had any of them, and they still had Albino Man Again on VHS, but I already had that one. So
That's cool.
yeah, we've never met them in person, but we've been in contact with them before.
In terms of, Film Junk making the big time Quiddly. Sean's saying YouTube. YouTube's done, right? Like everyone's on YouTube. It's a dying form. We have to
TikTok?
Twitch.
be ahead of the game. No, not Twitch. It's got to be something like Quibble,
Quibi.
Quibi.
Somebody asked the question about that in the chat. I saw. We didn't talk about it briefly on this week's podcast.
We got to go. We got to take a leap. That's how Film Junk made its name to begin with. It was one of the first podcasts. How'd you share videos with other media? You're one of the first multimedia websites. We need
Hmm.
to be pushing the envelope. Holograms, I don't know.
Candygrams?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just feels like podcasts are like for people who aren't celebrities and stuff. It's like it's there's no getting out there anymore. Like we have the audience we have, and it's not growing. It's just staying the same, and that's it.
Shut up, Sean.
No,
I think it's growing.
I mean,
Not at a like crazy rate, but there's always new people. Someone commented recently that they just started listening to the show 2 years ago or a year ago. Right? I mean, we've been around for 14 years.
yeah. I don't know. I
That's
guess
crazy.
We gotta get some celebs on here, man.
That's the next step.
Stat.
All right. Is that it?
14
That's it.
years.
Yeah, it's gross.
I've been doing it for, it's going to be 10 in January.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah.
Dustin
You're
mentioned
a great addition to the show.
10 years.
Dustin mentioned Patreon only Discord server. We were kind of talking about that. I don't know. We have a Discord server already. We could add a channel just within that for patrons, or I don't know. Like the one we have, I feel like there isn't that much activity on.
Fucking junk it, man. Patreon is where it's at.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be doing more stuff on Patreon, probably more of these live chats. And we thank you all for supporting. And I what I like about the Patreon thing is it's created a bit of a community, it seems. And we can share shit on the post area, and people can comment, and it's pretty solid. So
I was thinking perfect poster for that guy who never responded. Out of sight. I have one. I'll sell it to you. Just let me know how much. We could talk about a price on Instagram. It's the perfect poster, or the entire collection of Jackie Brown individual character posters. Also I also have that if you want to talk about buying.
Okay, guys.
We could do a poster auction on here one day.
That's a good idea.
I got tons of them.
We should make a video going into your poster vault.
Let's do it.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. And, if you're listening after the fact and couldn't be here, maybe we'll try and, I don't know, pick a different time if we can one day so that we can spread around the love a little bit. But, yeah.
Thanks.
Peace.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.